Oh, yeah. What you're listening to is the brand new Death Angel, Relentless Retribution. I am just in awe of this album. It's just a pretty amazing output by these guys. I mean, last time we heard from them was back in 2008 with Killing Season, and they are back in force with this new album on Nuclear Blast, Relentless Retribution. Oh yeah, that little part you just heard was the opening track. And what's under us right now is one of my favorite tracks so far off the disc. It's called Truce. And it's pretty clear listening to this album that the core of the band, Mark, Rob, and Ted, are just really on their game for this one. And I would definitely recommend this. You go out and get this as soon as it's available. So what do you think? Like I said, that was one of the pretty good tracks off of there. And then this one here, this is definitely a return right back to like thrash roots. Does that sound like another band that was based a little bit in San Francisco? I thought it did. But definitely, no. That's that classic down picking, good guitar interplay, and it's just that really classic thrash sound. It's pretty amazing when you listen to this album, you compare it to the last album. There's a lot more going on with this album and a lot more depth. I think that, you know, after coming back in 2001 and, doing that first release, they've grown since then, and this has just really picked up their game quite a bit. And I will say that it isn't just a one-sided album. This is definitely a multifaceted album that you can really sink your teeth in to enjoy. I mean, would you ever expect this on a Death Angel album? And actually, this guitar line is it threw me for a minute because it reminded me a lot of a guitar line that Dario had sent me as part of his Multi-Chaos project a couple months back, and he was tossing around ideas, and this guitar actually sounds very similar to what he did. And so I don't know, maybe they're copping riffs off of Dario now. I don't know, but this almost kind of ventures into Stone Sour territory, but it's pretty cool to hear, and it's a pretty good way to round the album out. And I will say that's something else that they've brought back with this album is the sequencing is really good. It isn't, up and down and, throwing you off or anything. You can get into this album and stay into this album, and definitely this is one of those ones that meets my criteria of being able to throw it in the car and crank it at ear bleed levels and makes you want to drive fast. So I say you definitely want to visit Nuclear Blast and pick this puppy up. It's available in a ton of different formats. You can either get it with the CD, CD, DVD, Digipack, 2LP black vinyl, 2LP orange vinyl, and also what they're calling the Blood Pack, and also one of my favorites doing the CD and T-shirt deal. So hop on over to Nuclear Blast. So don't forget, Death Angel is touring their asses off, and they've been playing Thrash Fest all throughout Europe, and they'll be doing that through the end of the year. And then for all of you over here in the U.S., they'll be hitting our shores in the beginning of the year, and they'll be touring the hell out of the U.S. for a good chunk of 2011. So be sure to go out and support them and catch them live. And as always, this is Scott Thompson for the Focus on Metal Netcast, reminding you,
focus on metal! Everything else is insignificant.